Good evening,
Good evening,
everyone.
everyone.
Welcome back to my channel. Oh, oopsie, sorry, I forgot to turn that off. Hi, everyone. Our topic for tonight is words that can change your life. But before that, I'd like to greet everyone. Good evening and happy Monday. It's Monday once again. And as you know, we are always talking about motivation every single Monday. And before I finally start this conversation, let me just greet people from the audience. Hello, Miss April. Thank you so much for tuning in. And to those of you who are watching live, thank you so much. And I'd also like to greet those who are watching our replay. So thank you. I can see all of you. I really appreciate it if you can also chime in, if you can also post your comments, even though you are watching this from replay. So to those who are watching live, thank you so much. Welcome to my channel. I'm Irene. I'm a licensed real estate broker in the Philippines. I'm also a motivational speaker and a writer. And I built this channel because I wanted to motivate and spread positive vibes. Not only for just a one time thing, but just to let you know, we have podcasts every single night at 8 p.m. So every Monday is all about motivation. A Tuesday is about thinking Tuesdays. So we are talking about concepts every Tuesdays, and then Wednesday is all about empowerment, and then Thursday is gonna be business Thursdays, and then Fridays is all about your favorite F word, and then Saturdays is Servicio Sabado, which is all about public service. So there you go. Hopefully, you can also check out some of the previous episodes so that you can also get some insights from those previous episodes. We are also uploading these videos, this podcast on YouTube, so watch out for that. Hopefully, you can also support the channel, and also especially to those who do not have Facebook, who do not have Facebook accounts. I have been told that a lot of millennials are now getting out of Facebook. Gusto nang umalis sa 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 Facebook. So doon na lang kayo manood sa YouTube just in case you decide to leave Facebook. So anyway, again, our topic for tonight is all about Motivation Monday, and it's all about the words that can change your life. Maybe you have been wondering, there are times in our lives when we feel that we're stuck. Bakit kaya tayo nai-stuck? 'Di ba? Ang mga tao parang lagi nilang sinasabi, ano ba 'to? Bakit stuck ako? Ba't hindi ako nagmo-move forward kahit anong gawin ko? Eh, baka naman kasi yung mga words na ginagamit natin, yun talaga yung dahilan kung bakit tayo nai-stuck. Hello, Sir Tuch. Thank you so much for tuning in po. And also, I'm so sorry to hear po about your ordeal at this time. Condolences po. Pero thank you for tuning in, and hopefully somehow mapagaan po ng loob ninyo ang podcast episode na ito. All right. So okay, so again, welcome to our audience, sa mga silent audience diyan. Thank you so much for tuning in. Pero kung gusto po ninyong mag-join sa conversation, please do so. All right? No worries. And kung gusto lang ninyo makinig, pwede din naman. Hindi naman bawal. All right. So our topic for tonight are words that can change your life. So, hello, Renessa. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, that's true. Words are powerful. Okay, so words are really powerful. That's true. I would totally agree with that. And a lot of people think that words are only can only hurt when we say them to other people. But actually, words can also positively or negatively affect us depending on how we use them. Whether we use them on ourselves or we use them towards other people, they can definitely have a significant impact in our lives and as well as in the lives of other people. Naimbag nga, Rabi Mama. Hello, Sir Aquino. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, so let's start. I think it's raining. I think it's raining na naman. Ayan, umuulan na naman sa Kamaynilaan. Okay, so I will start with the words that can negatively affect your life. And we already talked about this last week, if I'm not mistaken. So we already talked about this last week, but we will also talk about more words that can negatively affect our lives. And we will also be talking about words that can positively affect our lives. So simulan natin sa I should. And if you will remember our podcast episode last week, it's all about locus of control. So is it an external or internal locus of control? So mga nanood last week, thank you so much. Maaalala ninyo yung locus of control kasi pinag-usapan natin yan last week. Saan nga ba galing yung control natin? Sa sarili ba? From within us or from outside of us? So yung I should kasi, when we talk about I should, when we use the word I should, we are talking about something that we are forcibly doing. Kumbaga may pumilit sa atin or yung circumstance natin, it's not giving us much of a choice. Parang I should, 'di ba? I should take a bath, for example. Pwede namang I will take a bath. Ibig sabihin galing sa'yo, 'di ba? Pero pag I should, parang napipilitan ka, parang kasi may nagsabi sa'yo dapat kang maligo, parang gano'n. So, I should is actually something that gives you less control and gives something else or somebody else control over you. Ayan. Next is I think. Nasabi na rin natin to last week, pero ulitin lang ulit natin. Yung I think kasi, it expresses a lot of doubt. So parang I think, siguro, 'di ba? Yun yung mga sa palagay ko, parang hindi ka masyadong sure. You are not so certain about what you're talking about. So you are using the words I think, and we this definitely affects us kasi it also makes us feel that we are not confident in what we're talking about, and it also affects other people while they're listening to you. Kasi kung hindi ka nagtitiwala sa sarili mo, paano magtitiwala yung ibang tao sa'yo? Next is I guess. O, 'di ba? Nasabi na natin 'to last week pero ulitin lang natin. I guess, just like I think, it makes you feel that you're not confident about what you're talking about. And also, parang nagdududa ka kasi I guess, 'di ba? Parang ano ba yung I guess sa Tagalog? Palagay ko rin, 'di ba? Sa palagay ko. Yun din yung Tagalog niya. So, I guess. So, nanguhula ka if what you're talking about is actually true or not, or if it's actually factual or not, or if you're actually sure or not, 'di ba? I guess. So, they can definitely affect us in a negative way. Okay, same lang din maybe baka. Maraming baka. 'Di ba sa Tagalog baka, maybe, or siguro. So, that definitely affects your life in a negative way because again, you are not sure about what you're saying. So, there. Isa pa, I can't. And a lot of people always think, even me, no, sinasabi ko to, kasama ako dito. When we encounter problems or when we encounter challenges or situations which we are not familiar with, we think that we can't do it. For example, sinabihan ako na, oh, para makapasa ka sa subject na to, kailangan mong tumakbo ng 10 kilometers. So, una kong maiisip, I mean, if you talk to me, if you tell me that to be able to pass a subject, I have to run 10 kilometers, may isip ko na agad na, oh my, I can't do that. Masyado yung mahirap. So automatically, sinasabihan mo na agad yung sarili mo kahit hindi mo pa natatry na hindi mo talaga kaya. So remember the words of Henry Ford. Whatever you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So kahit ano ang pinaniniwalaan mo or sinasabi mo sa sarili mo, yun yung totoo. You're right. That's really applicable to you kasi ikaw na nag-declare nun sa sarili mo eh. 'Di ba? So ilan dito sa mga nanonood sa atin ngayon na nagsabi, I don't like math kasi I can't do it. So huhulaan ko. Okay, actually hindi na to hula eh. Sasabihin ko na lang sa inyo. Yung lahat ng mga taong nagsabi na I can't, well, malamang hindi talaga ninyo kinayang gawin. Kasi dineclare na ninyo sa sarili ninyo that you cannot do it. But, this is one of my mantras ever since I discovered this words from Nelson Mandela. Sabi niya, difficult does not mean impossible. So, ibig sabihin, kahit na gaano kahirap, if you have the courage to do it, you actually can. However, most people always rely on I can't, hindi ko kaya. Okay, so now those words are so powerful that when you said them, you actually cannot do them, diba? So isa pa, I just hope so. Sana, 'di ba? 'Yun na lang yung 'yan yung ano, 'yan yung common sa atin 'di ba, sa mga Pinoy. Sana nga, 'di ba? Parang ang daming uncertainty sa statement, ang daming duda, ang daming pagdadalawang isip kung mangyayari or matutupad yung statement natin. I just hope so. So, sasabihin natin 'di ba, sana matapos na yung COVID or maubos na yung ano, maubos na yung virus na yun, mawala na sa sanlibutan. Tapos sasagot ka ng, "Ay, sana nga." O kaya, I just hope so." It sounds so desperate. And when we sound so desperate, our minds also tell us na, naku, desperate na yan, wala ka nang magagawa dyan. So it's like declaring to ourselves that when we are desperate, we really cannot do anything about it. Diba? Pero we can actually do something about it, right? When we face COVID amidst the pandemic, marami naman talaga tayong pwedeng gawin. For example, we stay home, 'di ba? We we take care of ourselves. We become healthier than usual, 'di ba? Yung mga hindi nag-exercise, mag-exercise na para lumakas yung resistensya. So, natatapos yung I just hope. So, pwede mong gawan siya ng paraan, 'di ba? Eh yung mga Pilipino naman sanay tayo sa sige, gawan natin ng paraan, 'di ba? Okay. Next is ito pa. It's difficult or mahirap 'yan. Mahirap siyang gawin, mahirap 'yang gawin. Okay, it's difficult when we declare or when we say whatever it is that we find it difficult and then we said it out loud. Mahirap 'yan eh. Anong nararamdaman natin? Yung pagkakasabi mo pa lang na mahirap 'yan eh, 'di ba? Wala pa akong narinig na nagsabi na it's difficult tapos tuwang-tuwa siya, "Saya, mahirap 'to pare." Wala pang gano'n, 'di ba? So, karamihan na nagsasabi ng it's difficult, it also brings about a feeling of despair, a feeling of helplessness, 'di ba? When we say it's difficult, it brings about a feeling of despair and helplessness, which which are the feelings that we don't want to feel. Ayaw nating maging desperado or ayaw nating maging helpless. Gusto natin meron tayong kapangyarihan na baguhin yung mga bagay-bagay sa paligid natin. Although to a certain extent, no, hindi naman lahat kaya mong baguhin, but at least your response to the things that are happening around you, you have a certain level of control over it. Hello, Annie. Thank you so much for tuning in. Napaka-passionate ng napaka-passionate ko mag-discuss ngayong gabi. Ano ba 'yun? Okay, isa pa 'to. Pagkatapos nung it's difficult, it can't be done. Ayan, yung mga it can't be done. O, tingnan na lang natin si Heidelin Diaz, 'di ba? Si Heidelin Diaz, it took her what? 14, 15 years after after 15 years, 'di ba? Saka lang siya nagkaroon ng gold medal. So it took her 15 years. It was not an overnight success. It was difficult. Yes, that's true. But did she make it? Yes, she did. Kasi nga, difficult does not mean that it can't be done. Diba? Mahirap, yes. Pero walang walang makakatalo sa isang tao na malakas ang, ano ba tawag doon? Ang willpower. So people have that willpower. When people have the willpower, it actually can be done. Diba? Parang baliktad yun. It can actually be done. Ano ba yun yung English ko? Lunes na lunes, tumatumbling. Ayan. Hi, Mark. Thank you so much for tuning in. Ayun. So next will be, okay, another set of words which can negatively affect our lives kapag nagsabi tayong I'm sad, I'm depressed, I'm anxious. Okay. But let me tell you this, it's not wrong. Okay, it's not wrong to feel negative emotions or negative feelings because they are feelings, diba? When we are talking about narinig ako sound sa paligid ko. Okay, when we are talking about feelings, again, we cannot say that we cannot feel them because at one point in our lives we will feel them. But the point is, when we keep on saying that we are sad, we are depressed, we are anxious, we are giving those words the power over us. Wala pa akong nakitang tao na nagsabing, I'm sad, tapos nagpa-party siya. 'Di ba? Kapag nagsabi ka na I'm sad, it automatically brings you a feeling of, a dark corner, ganyan. Parang napupunta ka sa isang lugar na hindi ka talaga magiging masaya. But again, I'm not saying that our feelings are wrong. It's just that when we constantly declare this over our lives, then it becomes our reality. That's the problem with declaring things, or that's the problem with saying things. Whatever we say eventually becomes reality. Diba? So that's why these words, as much as possible, kung nafe-feel man natin sila, okay lang, we can feel it, we have to feel it, but we have to pick ourselves up. It's the only way to be able to get out of the dark corner that you're in. And kahit na anong sabihin natin, alam mo yon, kahit gaano kadalas kang nanonood ng mga podcast na kagaya nito, kung hindi mo ibangon yung sarili mo, you will not be able to get out of that dark corner. And believe me when I say this, because I've been there several times. And the reason why I'm doing this is exactly because of that. Because I believe that we can actually lift people up, but at the end of the day, it's also us who should be lifting ourselves up. Itong mga ginagawa nating mga podcast episodes, yes, this will help you out. Yes, for sure. Maybe if you're going through a rough time now, maybe this will help you out somehow, makakabangon ka dyan sa kinalulugmukan mo. But at the end of the day, it really has to be you, your willpower. So whatever we say, it actually has power over us. So let's be mindful of the words that we're saying. Yes, that's true. When one is driven, they move forward. What you say, you become. That's so true. Kaya lagi ko nga sinasabi, I'm so pretty. Kahit ako na lang yung naniniwala, sinasabi ko pa rin yun. Kasi sabi ko, well, who will say this to me, di ba? Dapat ako muna. Ako magsabi ng sarili ko. Okay. Okay, sorry for the sorry for the spelling. So desperate. Again, despair, hopelessness. These are the words that we don't want to be using over our lives, because it's like um it's like declaring these realities over our lives. If we don't want to feel stuck, then we should stop using these words, because they will not change our lives for the better. It actually makes us feel worse. Next is poor. Okay. So I will I this is something that this is something that would probably make some people would beg to differ, and that's okay. Pero poor is something that we should not use over our lives, over ourselves. And later on, I will be talking about that as well. So, poor, tigilan na natin yung kasi mahirap lang ako. O kaya mahirap lang kami. Okay, naalala ko yung sinabi na if you were born poor, that's not your fault. But if you die poor, that's your fault. That's on you. So, again, kaya siguro tayo nahihirapan or kaya tayo naghihirap is because we are also the ones who are bringing this reality into our lives. Oh, thank you, Annie. That's so kind of you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so punta naman tayo sa words that can positively affect. Okay, malikot yung cursor ko. Okay, words that can positively affect your life. Bakit ko nga ba to sinasabi? Bakit nga ba natin pinag-uusapan tong mga words na to? Because as you know, I mean, if you have been constantly watching my podcast episodes, you would have known by now that I teach communication, and I teach a lot of subjects actually. So aside from my full-time my full-time profession, I'm also an instructor. And one of the subjects that I teach is actually communication. It's not English, it's not Tagalog, but communication. How do we use the words? It's not what words to use, but how do we use them? However, words definitely have an impact on how we live our lives. That's why we are talking about words. Words mismo yung pag-uusapan natin. Kasi nga, kung ano man yung madalas nating sinasabi sa sarili natin, they become reality eventually. Which is good or bad. I mean, if you're always constantly using negative words, then it's negative. It will give you a negative outcome. Pero if you are always talking about, positive words, you are using them, maybe hindi pa ninyo nararamdaman yung impact niya today, or eventually mararamdaman ninyo yung impact niya in the long run. Okay. So, words that can positively affect your life. The first one is I believe. And as you know, when you believe in something, meron kang emotional attachment to it. Alam mo 'yon? When you believe in love, you believe in you believe in God, for example, 'di ba? You believe in something. When you believe in something, meron kang emotional attachment to it. So when you believe that you can make something work, napapansin ba ninyo na parang lagi kang may drive? You will notice that certain urge to make things work because you believe in that something. For example, naniniwala ka sa true love, 'di ba? Yan. Kasi naalala ko yung friend ko. Sabi niya sa akin, "You believe in true love?" Parang ako medyo natigilan ako kasi sabi ko sa kanya, "Believe is a very strong word. And if I say that I believe in something, I must have a very strong emotional attachment to that." So sabi niya, "You don't believe in true love?" Sabi ko, let me think about it. If I really believe in true love. And eventually I realized I found my answer. At the end of that conversation, I realized that I believe in true love. I've seen them. I've seen so many people manifested true love, and I've seen people around me who's been really in love. And nakakatuwa. And so I realized that, wow, I actually believe in true love. And when I say that I believe in true love, parang kahit ako na feel ko na, oh, there's true love for me too. Because when you believe in something, there's an emotional attachment or an emotional thing going on, di ba? So nakakasaya siya ng pakiramdam, pero depende ano bang pinaniniwalaan mo, di ba? What do you believe in? Do you believe in love? Do you believe in faith? Do you believe in ano ba? Do you believe in relationships? 'Di ba? Meron 'yun eh. Ano ba yung pinaniniwalaan natin? So whatever you believe in, there's a certain level of emotions that comes flowing in that statement. So masarap siya sa pakiramdam pag sinabi mo siya, pero depende sa pinaniniwalaan mo. Okay? Thank you, Sir Tuch. Thank you po. Oh, thank you. That's so very kind. Okay, isa pa. I can. Kung kanina nabanggit natin yung I can't, dito naman I can. Naalala ko yung kanta ni Donna Cruz na I can. Sino ba sino po ba ang mga nakakaalam ng lyrics ng I can ni Donna Cruz, 'di ba? Yung I can live, I can love, I can reach the heavens above. So when you say that you can, it makes you feel a certain level of power. And remember when we talked about control last week, ba kapag kung ano yung sinasabi mo madalas para sa sarili mo, um depende 'yon kung ano yung locus of control mo. So I can is actually an internal locus of control. So you have the power over what you're gonna do next. So when you say, I can read, I can write, I can make things happen, I can make my dreams come true, you are declaring it over yourself. Pero again, depende sa kasunod nito ha. Baka sabihin nyo, I can fail. Diba? Dapat depende sa kasunod. So, dapat ang simula ng I can, because this is a powerful word, dapat ang kasunod niyan, something that makes you feel alive, something that makes you inspired, something that motivates you, yun dapat yung kasunod ng I can. Because you are declaring something to become reality. Hello, Sir Joseph. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hello, Jessica. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, next is I will. Okay. Ang I will, depende to ha, depende to sa pagkakagamit. Pero usually, wag sinabi nating I will, for example, I will make things work. Again, it's coming from within you. Ikaw mismo nagde-declare na kaya kong gawin yan. I will do it. So, ikaw mismo ang nagde-declare na gagawin mo siya or you will make things work. So, it gives you a certain level of power. Compare sa, sige, I'll try. I'll try doing it compared sa I will do it, 'di ba? Kasi from the word will, 'di ba? Parang may willpower ka to do things, to make things work. So again, I will. Pero again, remember, yung karugtong niya dapat something powerful din. Okay? Lalo na kapag ano, 'di ba? I will take a bath, lalo na kung malamig. Kasi ang dami nagjo-joke ngayon sa Facebook na ano, yung paliligo, yung struggle is real daw. Ano ba yun? Okay, isa pa 'to. If you are familiar with affirmations, and if you've been listening to a lot of affirmation messages on Spotify, on YouTube, maybe you've heard of the affirmation words I am. Because whatever you use right after the I am, you're also bringing you're also giving power to that statement. So you say I am beautiful, I am pretty, I am gorgeous latte. GGSS. Okay? So whatever it is that you're using right after I am, or that you're whatever words that you put after I am, you're declaring power over it. So what are the words that you connect with I am? So ngayong gabi, isipin mo, ano ba yung mga I am, ano ba yung mga words na gusto mong idugtong sa I am? I always share this in my stress management class. Before I sleep, kahit nagaano ako kapagod, I always ask myself before I go to sleep. Kasi simpleng conversation lang naman yun. Hindi naman din ako mag-aantay ng reply. Tinatanong ko sa sarili ko, kamusta yung araw mo? Tapos, madalas ang sagot ko, I am tired. Alam niyo ba, pagising ko sa umaga, kapag yan ang sinagot ko bago ako matulog, sinabi kong I am tired. Paggising ko sa umaga, kahit na mahaba yung tulog ko, I am still tired. Okay? So, ano ibig sabihin nun? So, kasi binigyan ko ng power yung tired. Kasi sabi ko, I am tired. Pero, tinry ko din. Bago ako matulog, tinanong ko yung sarili ko, anong pakiramdam mo? Sabi ko, I am excited for tomorrow. Pagising ko kinabukasan, masarap yung bangon ko. Oh, yeah, I was tired yesterday, but I'm excited for the next day. So I felt that, and you know, I'm not sure if you're doing this as an experiment. You can do that if you feel na baka naman hindi totoo yung sinasabi ko, pwede naman din kayo mag-experiment. Whatever you constantly say to yourself, you give power to it. It makes it your reality. So, nung madalas kong sinasabing, I am tired, I am frustrated, I am sad, what's going on, I'm disappointed, whatever it is that I'm saying there, parang sabi ko, parang lalo akong naiinis, lalo akong nai-stress, lalong umiinit yung ulo ko. Pero once I connected positive words to I am, kahit na hindi siya totoo, let's say, I am pretty, I am gorgeous, I am strong, I am brilliant. Kahit na hindi siya masyadong totoo at that very moment, somehow meron akong nahuhugot na lakas ng loob. It makes you feel good. Even though at that very moment, hindi naman talaga totoo yun. Pero it makes you feel good. Just imagine, would you ever tell anyone that they're ugly to their faces? Alam mo, ang pangit mo. May sinabihan ba tayo ng gano'n? Parang wala akong maisip na tao na kayang gawin yun to people's faces, or sabi niya, alam mo, medyo losyang ka na. Alam mo, ang laki ng pinagbago ng itsura mo. Hindi ka na maganda. Would you ever tell that to another person? And yet here we are, telling that to ourselves. Kulang yung plural ko. Here we are telling ourselves so many ugly things about ourselves. Why? Why can you tell beautiful words to other people, and yet you degrade yourself every single time? Why? Why don't you try this? Okay. Why don't you try this? Every single day, pagising na pagising mo, sasabihin mo, I am excited, I am happy, I am fulfilled, or whatever it is that you want to add up to I am. Every single day for the next 30 days. And you will feel the difference. I swear, you will feel the difference. Iba yung pakiramdam ng tao na dinedeclare niya na masaya siya, kahit na hindi naman siya masyadong totoo. Okay? It doesn't have to be your reality. Ikaw kasi yung magkocontrol nun eh. Ikaw mag-declare na, this is my reality. These are the words that describe me now. let's say malungkot ka, pero sinabi mo I am happy. And that's maybe the best thing that you can ever do for yourself. Do yourself a favor. You know what? I also say this in my stress management classes sa mga students ko. It's not anybody's obligation to make you feel good about yourself. And I said this so many times in podcast episodes. It's not anybody's responsibility to make you feel good about yourself. If you don't feel good about yourself, that's your fault. Because remember this, siguro mga bata tayo. Mga bata, oh, cute, cute, cute mo, di ba? Yung parents natin, lagi, ang ganda-ganda ng anak ko, ang gwapo-gwapo ng anak ko. Pero over the years, mag-get over din nila yung face na yun eh. Because it's just a face. They wouldn't make you feel beautiful or handsome every single day. Because you know what? Once nagkaisip ka na, that's already your obligation to yourself. Nobody else has that obligation except you. You have to make yourself feel good every single time. Kung masama yung pakiramdam mo, make yourself feel good. Don't expect people to, lungkot ko na nga, hindi man lang ako mapasaya ng mga kasama ko. That's not their, that's not their job. Okay? Huwag mong isisi sa ibang tao yung lungkot mo. Kasi hindi naman, kahit nakasalanan pa nila yun, no? Sila yung may kasalanan. Remember, locus of control, we have a certain level of control sa magiging response natin. So, that's on you, right? Thank you, Annie. Hello, Idol Ragon, maraming nabanggi man po. Salamat po sa paghiling. Okay, another word, ito sobrang, okay, there are so many, these are the first few words that a child learns, di ba? Yung I love you, di ba? Yung una yung mama, papa, mommy, daddy, or whatever. Sunod dyan yung I love you, sunod dyan thank you, sunod dyan sorry. But thank you is a powerful word because thank you is always a sign of gratitude. And ito yung sasabihin ko sa inyo ha. Never akong nag-thank you na hindi ko minimin. Kasi if you've also watched a previous episode in communication, one of my mantras is say what you mean and mean what you say. And whenever I say thank you, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Meaning, I'm saying that in such a heartfelt way na kapag nagpasalamat ako, ibig sabihin talagang minimin ko yun. Talagang masaya ako na nagpapasalamat ako. Because, each time you say thank you, naniniwala kasi ako sa energy. I don't know if you believe in energy, but I believe in energy. If you are thankful with whatever it is, kahit na malaki o maliit na bagay siya, pag nagpasalamat ka, babalik at babalik sa'yo yung bagay na pinagpasalamatan mo. So, whatever you are thankful about, you're bringing about. And if you've read the book, The Secret, yan, nandoon yan. Whatever you're grateful about, you bring about. So, the more nagpapasalamat ka, the more bumabalik sa'yo yung pinagpapasalamat mo. So, kung nagpasalamat ka, let's say, for good weather, let's say lang, okay, so babalik din sa'yo yung good weather na yun. Kung hindi man good weather ang babalik sa'yo, yung feeling na masaya ka kahit na anong weather ang meron dyan. Because thank you it should always be heartfelt. Hindi ako nagpapasalamat ng halfway. Alam niyo yun, yung nag-thank you ka tapos hindi mo naman siya masyadong minimin. So each time, kahit na sino pa yan, kahit na simpleng pinauna lang ako sa elevator, sobrang minimin ko each time I say thank you. Or may nagbukas lang sa akin ng pinto kahit hindi ko naman siya kilala, pinagbuksan ako ng pinto. Thank you, right? Because hindi niya naman trabaho yun eh, di ba? Or kahit na trabaho niya, let's say, gwardiya, pinagbuksan ka ng pinto, kahit na trabaho niya yun, pwede namang hindi niya gawin yung trabaho niya, pero he did it for you, right? So, thank you. Always mean it when you say thank you. It always gives you a positive impact in your heart or in your mind. Basta mini-mini niyo yung thank you niyo. Hindi yung singaw lang sa ilong na thank you. Okay, always words of appreciation din. Hindi ko alam kung ginagawa natin to, pero minsan talaga, totoo naman, sa sobrang pagka-busy natin, nakakalimutan natin magsabi ng mga words of appreciation. Di ba yung kahit thank you lang eh, simpleng thank you, minsan nakakalimutan pa natin. So, let's make it a point every day, kahit isa, dalawang words of appreciation lang, may masabi tayo sa ibang tao. Isipin nyo, balikan nyo, for the past 24 hours, meron ba kayong sinabihan ng words of appreciation? na sobrang sincere kayo. So, isipin nyo, past 24 hours, meron ba kayo nasabihan ng words of appreciation? You know what? You know why I'm saying this? Because when you say words of appreciation to other people, and they appreciated what you said, it's also, yung energy na binigay nyo, nagba-bounce back yung pabalik sa'yo. So always, do your best to say words of appreciation. Kahit may nag-abot lang ng tissue sa'yo, thank you so much. Yan, thank you, ganyan. Minsan nga, sabi nga nilang OA ko, kasi minsan, madalas nasasabi ko, thank you so much, ganyan. Kahit na simpleng bagay lang, sabi ko, thank you so much. Kasi nga, di ba, they don't have to do it, but they did it for you. So, appreciate. O kaya, oh, ang ganda mo ngayon, 'di ba? Or ang ganda ng ang ganda ng hairstyle mo ngayon. Oh, maganda yung 'di ba? Always appreciate kahit yung maliliit na bagay. You know, the moment you appreciate small things, you will have more things to appreciate. Next is words of love. Ayan. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung words of love sa totoo kasi kada tao, sorry, ano yung burp ko? Kasi kada tao, iba-iba yung words of love nila, 'di ba? Iba-iba yung pag-express nila ng love. Last time I posted on my personal Facebook page, how do you express your love? Tapos ang daming nag-comment doon, ang daming nag-post ganyan. Tapos may isa doon, from Janet. Actually, Janet, hi Janet if you're watching. Na-touch ako kasi sabi niya, ano siya, pinapakita niya yung love niya by service. And maraming nag-comment doon na it's really service. So, minsan, yung pagmamahal pala natin, hindi lang sa words natin pinaparinig, pinapakita din natin. But what are the words of love? Whatever it is that you feel na sinasabi ninyo because you have love or you're saying it out of love, then those are words of love. Whatever it is. Kasi syempre hindi ko pwedeng sabihin na ito lang or ito lang kasi depende nga yun sa inyo. But just in case you're wondering what words are those, then ask yourself, how do you say I love you to another person without saying I love you? Pwede yun, di ba? Okay, next is, oops, tayo niya mag-next. There. Another set of words that can positively affect your life. Kung kanina na-mention ko yung negative, yung poor, dito naman words of abundance. Okay? And I'm not saying this because we all want to be rich, but abundance is so much more. You know, I learned about abundance mindset several years ago, siguro mga 2013. When I first learned about the word abundance, doon ko na-realize na, oo nga no, we never lack anything. Sabi ko, paano nangyari yon? Isipin niyo to ha. Yung hair natin, hindi natin mabilang. Yung pilik mata natin, hindi natin mabilang. How many cells do we have? Infinite. How many, ano pa ba, yung mga hindi natin mabilang. Di ba ang dami? Pag tumingin ka sa labas, maraming clouds, hindi mo rin siya mabilang. Ulan, hindi mo rin siya mabilang. Water, hindi mo rin siya mabilang. So, ibig sabihin, yung mundo natin, punong-puno siya ng abundance. And yet, we always think that we lack. We always think na may kulang, laging may kulang, laging may kulang. But you know what? We don't lack anything. Okay, what do we lack? Well, what we lack is appreciation. Hindi kasi natin na-appreciate. Ang lagi nating nakikita, yung wala. Hindi na natin nakikita kung ano man yung meron tayo. But let's focus on the words of abundance. Let's focus on what we have. You know, the moment you focus on what you have, it's easier for you to appreciate life. Sa dinami-dami ng nangyayari ngayon sa mundo, may pandemic, may mga unrest kung saan-saan, may mga effects ng climate change all over the world. There's a lot of things going on. And yet here we are, 'di ba? And yet here we are. Some of us may not be feeling well at this point. Siguro may mga iba sa atin na may mga pinagdadaanan. But you know what? Let me remind you this. Okay? Ito lagi ko din itong sinasabi. Put your hand on your chest and then feel your heart. For as long as it's there, we don't lack anything. For as long as your heart is beating, we don't lack anything. Kung ano man yung hinahanap mo ngayon, for sure mahahanap mo yon. At kung hindi mo man mahanap, ibig sabihin may para sa'yo. Okay? Hindi ko alam kung sino kang nanonood ngayon, hindi ko kayo nakikita. Hindi ko nakikita yung mga pangalan ninyo, pero if you're watching this right now, then I have this message for you. Whatever you're looking for, you will find it soon enough. And if you can't find it, if you won't be able to find it, then there's something else better that's coming for you. Because whatever is meant for you will always find its way to you. We are always abundant. Okay? So, wag mong iisipin na may kulang. Kasi again, for as long as your heart is beating, kompleto ka. You're there. You're there for a reason, and you will find that reason soon enough if you haven't done it yet. Okay? Also, words of gratitude. Kasi nga, 'di ba, madalas ang reklamo natin, tama ba yung Tagalog ko? Madalas nagrereklamo tayo sa mga bagay-bagay. I always thought my Tagalog, pasensya na, 'di ba? So mga lagi nakikinig sa akin, yung Tagalog ko kailangan ko i-improve. Sorry, I'm multilingual. I have several dialects, and I also have several languages. So gulo-gulo na yung ano ko. Gulo-gulo na yung words ko. But anyway, so going back, words of gratitude. So, 'di ba, isa lang 'yon, yung pagpapasalamat natin, yung nag-a-appreciate tayo, yun yung mga dapat na sinasabi natin on a daily basis. So, kanina, pagising natin kaninang umaga, what did we tell ourselves? 'Di ba? Hay naku, Lunes na naman. O kaya ako every Monday, hindi ko alam sana mahawa kayo, every Monday masaya ako kasi every Monday feeling ko reset. So kung ano man yung mga kapalpakan ko last week, puwede ko siyang i-reset this week. So Monday is always a beautiful day for me no matter what challenges I've had last week, for me parang Monday is a reset. So, always be thankful. Kahit hindi Monday, every single day, pagising na pagising nyo, ang una dapat sinasabi is, thank you, Lord, I'm still alive. Because not everyone has the chance. Okay? Hindi lahat ng tao, pagising kaninang umaga, hindi lahat ng tao, pagputok ng araw kaninang umaga, ay nagising. Pero marami tayo. Kayong mga nanonood at ako, di ba? Hanggang sa nandito tayo, we have um, an opportunity to be grateful. So let's be grateful. Every single day, magpasalamat tayo kasi andito pa rin tayo. Hindi natin alam, di ba? Malay ba natin? Baka mamaya tinablan na tayo ng COVID pero hindi natin naramdaman. So there's a lot to be grateful about. Hindi lang yung mga pangarap natin, hindi lang yung mga tangibles, yung mga nahahawakan natin. Our life itself, di ba? Dapat grateful tayo sa life natin. That's true. Di bubukol. Okay. So let me end this conversation by sharing with you something that I've seen on the internet. Words are free. It's how you use them that may cost. Okay, libre lang naman. Totoo naman yun eh. Pwede kang magsalita as much as you want. Pero ang tanong ko sa inyo, willing ka ba na i-shoulder yung consequences ng words na binitawan mo? Whatever it is that you're declaring over your life right now, I hope that it's something positive, no matter how negative your circumstances are, no matter how dark it is where you are at right now, no matter how difficult it may be at this very moment for you, please do yourself a favor. Use the right words. And I'm not saying that you should ignore your feelings, hindi ka dapat malungkot. That's not what I'm saying. Hindi ka dapat magalit, hindi ka dapat magkaroon ng negative emotions. No, that's not it. But what I'm saying is, declare power over your life by choosing the right words. Choose the words. Kasi you have the power to use those words positively in your life. You cannot change circumstances, but again, you can change or you can control how you respond to your circumstances. All right. So hope you were able to gain some insights on our podcast episode tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, I'm Irene. And if you have any recommended topics that you want me to talk about, or if you want to recommend speakers na pwede nating maging guest, pwede naman, pwedeng-pwede. Open na open tayo sa mga suggestions and recommendations from our viewers. And again, support din po sa YouTube channel ko. I-upload ko to para sa mga walang Facebook. Kasi ang dami kong friends na wala na pala sila sa Facebook. Ayaw na daw nila ng ano, ayaw na daw nila ng negativity. So, i-upload natin 'to sa YouTube channel. Ivorine din yung name ko sa YouTube. Actually, sa lahat ng platform, sa Instagram, sa TikTok, sa Facebook, saan pa ba? Sa YouTube, lahat, puro Ivorine. Sa Twitter, Ivorine din. O, ayan. Kaya hindi kayo maliligaw. You just have to spell my name correctly and Google will take you there. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy, and choose the right words for you. Always declare positive things and positive vibes to your life because eventually that will be your reality. God bless you, everyone. Thank you. See you again tomorrow. Bye.